Hey everybody, Dan Pallison here, financial psychologist and wealth manager. I'm recording here in mid-October. This is my favorite time of year, the fall. The air's cooler, the leaves are changing, football's on. My kids are about to pick out some Halloween costumes. It's spooky season. Holidays around the corner. We've got some family coming out we'll be hosting, so I love getting the family together. So in spite of all of that, one of the most overlooked aspects of this season is Roth conversions. It's Roth conversion season. So that's why I'm creating this video and sending it out to many of you. So in the fall is ideally when we like to execute Roth conversions. They don't have to be done in the fall, but we have the best sense of what your income is through the year as we approach the end of the year. So ideally, this is typically a good time to complete the Roth conversions, and they have to be done before the end of the year. So the intention with this video is just to go through a few highlights of what Roth conversions are, some pros, some cons, maybe some misconceptions. So quite simply, what a Roth conversion is taking money from a qualified retirement account like your IRA and moving it into a Roth IRA. So however much money is moved from your IRA to a Roth IRA, it is taxable. So it's taxable in this year. But there are some benefits in accelerating that tax to get the money over into the Roth IRA. So, but first, a few misconceptions I want to address. I've been doing this for quite a few years now, and so I get the same questions every year. Number one, you do not have to convert an entire IRA. If you have $1 million IRA, you do not have to convert all $1 million in 1 year. And some people have shied away from Roth conversions thinking that they have to convert the whole amount. No, you can pick and choose how much you'd like to convert. Also, questions around ages. I've heard, I'm too young to Roth convert. I'm not 59 and a half yet, or I'm still working, so I can't Roth convert. I'm not retired yet. Well, technically, neither are true. There's not an age limit or requirement. It doesn't matter if you're working or not working. A Roth conversion really just is a taxable event. So it does matter how old you are, and sometimes more importantly, it matters if you're working, if you have that earned income, because we need to consider your income, but neither would preclude you from executing on a Roth conversion. So let me hit on some of the benefits of the Roth conversion. So number one, the money that's sitting in your IRA, hopefully it's invested well, growing over time. At some point in time down the road, or for many of you that are already 73 or approaching 75, you're encountering what's called required minimum distributions, RMDs. And every year you see the amount that you have to take out of your IRA increase. And that money that comes out of the IRA is taxable to you as ordinary income. So one of the benefits of a Roth conversion is those RMDs do not factor in your Roth IRA amount. So in other words, the money that's in your Roth IRAs, you do not have to take out through the mechanism of the RMD. So by Roth converting, even if it's a little bit every year leading up to the age of your RMDs, it helps to lower those RMDs. So you have a little bit more control over how much money you're taking out and when you're taking out of your retirement portfolio. Secondly, Roth conversions get money into Roth IRAs. And Roth IRAs are a great account to have invested. The growth in that account is tax-free. The money that goes in is after-tax money, and then the growth that happens, while you're living and investing is tax-free. There's no tax implications of that growth, as opposed to like a brokerage account where there's capital gains and capital gains tax. In a Roth IRA, the money that goes in and grows is always tax-free. So that's a really big benefit. Now, one of the downsides of the Roth conversion would be the tax implication in the year that you do it. So I always tell clients a Roth conversion strategy is not a tax elimination strategy in the year that we execute it. In fact, it will increase your tax burden in that year because it accelerates the taxes that you have to pay. But over your lifetime, the goal with a good Roth conversion strategy is to reduce your taxable income over the long period of time. And it really comes down to, are you in a lower tax bracket today, or will you be in a lower tax bracket in the future? And depending on some variables there, whenever you're in the lower tax bracket, that's when you want to take advantage of the lower bracket that you're in. And so a Roth conversion is a way to fill up those tax brackets. So some reasons why people might not do a Roth conversion would be, number one, they're working, they're higher earners. In retirement, they expect to be in a much lower federal tax bracket because they'll no longer be working. Now, a lot of people in retirement have income, Social Security income, maybe pension income, or even just drawing money out of your IRAs. That is taxable to you. But if you're a really high earner while you're working, it may make sense to delay Roth conversions into retirement. Another thing might have to do with the state that you're in. So I have a lot of clients in California. California is a higher income tax state. And then when they retire, they plan to move somewhere else, maybe like in Arizona, where I have many other clients, that's a lower income tax state. So if that's the case, if a move to a lower tax state is in your future or in the near future, that might be a reason to delay Roth conversions until you get into that lower tax environment. The federal taxes are the same, regardless of what state you're in, but the state tax would be the key there. So another reason why people might delay a Roth conversion, it goes back to income, is they might have variable income. So they're in sales, or they're a business owner, or they're selling a business, but they're going to have that unicorn year where you're in a really high tax bracket. We may just not Roth convert that year, even if we've Roth converted for you in the past. We may take that year off and then address it again next year. But this time of year, what I'm doing, working with my team, is we're going through and we're doing income projections for all of you that are my clients, just to see, do you qualify for a Roth conversion? So, and by the way, qualifying, it's not like a technical term. It's just, does it make sense for me to recommend a Roth conversion for you? I'll start to wrap up with this. When it comes to the tax brackets, the federal tax brackets, there's really like these 3 tiers of brackets: low tier, mid tier, high tier. If you're in a high tier, you're just a higher earner, you're still working, then we're probably not recommending a Roth conversion. If you're in the low tier, which is like the 10 or the 12% federal tax bracket, then most likely we'll be recommending that you Roth convert at least up to the extent that you're at the top of that 12% bracket before jumping into the next tier. The middle tier is questionable. If you're a middle tier person right now, and in the future it's pretty obvious you'll retire and you'll be in that lower tier, then we may hold off on Roth converting until you retire. But there are a lot of people that are working and high income earners, but are still in that middle tier. One reason might be one spouse is working, but they're married, and so they get to file jointly. So their tax brackets, the corridor, is a lot wider than if they were filing as single filers. So you may still be able to Roth convert in that middle tier, but that's where the year by year income projections come in. So anyway, I'm getting into the weeds here. I'm rambling a little bit, so I'll start to land the plane. But I appreciate you all. I appreciate you watching the video. If you're a client of mine, you're probably receiving this video along with a specific Roth conversion recommendation to you. If you are not a client of mine and somehow you're coming across this video, I just want to warn you to when it comes to Roth conversions, please consult a financial advisor or a tax professional. And maybe I'll just end with this disclaimer. The intention of this video is not to get you to execute a Roth conversion yourself. I'm certainly not recommending an amount to anybody out there, rather than just reminding you what the Roth conversions are, and that really is a case-by-case scenario when it comes to making Roth conversions to individuals. So I appreciate you all. I hope you're having a great fall beyond Roth conversion season. I hope it's filled with cooler weather and time with friends and family like it is for me. And I appreciate you all. Have a great day. Thanks.